To those who may not know, one of my big musical highlights of my life and my musical career was getting to play with Johnny and June Carter Cash when I was a kid. One of the very first places that I ever got to play was the Carter Family Fold over in Hilton's, Virginia. And if you have not been to the Carter Fold, then I would suggest after everything gets a little bit more back to normal and they start having shows again, to make that pilgrimage over to Hilton's, Virginia, drive the AP Carter Highway and go over to the Carter Fold. It is one of the most important places in the history of country music, started by AP and Sarah Carter and of the original Carter family. And it was ran by Jeanette and Joe Carter, and is now ran by Jeanette Carter's daughter, Rita Forrester. And it's just an amazing place. And when I first started playing guitar back in 2000-ish, when I was 10 years old, I used to go over to the Carter Fold, and Jeanette was so nice and kind and supportive of me and my music, and she would let me get up and play during the intermissions every Saturday night that I was there. And one random week in 2002, she gave me a call and wanted to know if I was going to be there that following Saturday night, because she wanted me to come play for and possibly with Johnny and June Carter Cash. And of course, I was absolutely thrilled. As far back as I could remember listening to music, Johnny Cash was a big part of my life. I can't remember a time that I didn't hear Johnny Cash's music. And one of the first things I ever learned how to play, just those licks from those Johnny Cash records. Luther Perkins obviously was one of my favorite guitar players ever, and I just love those Johnny Cash records so much, and I love the Carter family records. And so obviously I was thrilled to get to go meet Johnny and June that Saturday night, and I got to play with them. And there's a lot more to that story, but I'll not tell it now. But I got to go back up to the Carter Fold several weeks after that in a row and play with Johnny and June. And then I got a call one day from Johnny to come play at June's birthday party, which would sadly be her last birthday party. But it was such a thrill to be able to do that and be able to be there. And actually, I'll take it back to one of the other Sequestered Songwriters tributes to Tom T. Hall. If you remember, I talked about that week how Tom T. Hall recorded my first CD when I was 12 years old at his studio here in Nashville, Tennessee. And that was all because of Johnny Cash. Tom T. was at June's birthday party, and Johnny mentioned to Tom T. that he should record me. And thank you very much to Tom T. He did, and he and Miss Dixie recorded my first CD back in 2002. But that was all because of Johnny and June. So that's another thing I can thank them for. And they were just so amazing to me, such great people. And they were actually getting ready to work on a CD, and they had asked me to play a couple songs on guitar with them. And sadly, that never happened, but I did get to go up and practice with them a bunch of times at Mother Maybell's house in Hilton's. And that was just such a thrill getting to be around them. And every time I walk in the door, Johnny Cash handed me a guitar. That'll always be one of my favorite memories. And I just love them very much and miss them. And I'm so thankful for the time I got to be with them. And I love Johnny Cash's music, so I've been really looking forward to this week. And so I wanted to do one of my favorite songs, and this is one of the first songs I ever got to play for them. It's one of the very first songs I ever learned how to play. I love the original Johnny Cash record of this. It has my favorite electric guitar player, Roy Nichols, who played Merle Haggard's Strangers band, playing the acoustic guitar track on this song. So if you listen to the original, that is Roy Nichols playing. And I'm going to shut up and play the Tennessee Flat Top Box. Cabaret in a South Texas border town sat a boy and his guitar, and the people came from miles around, and all the girls from there to Austin were slipping away from home and putting jewelry in hock to take a trip to go and listen to the little dark-haired boy who played the Tennessee Flat Top Box. He would play never cared to make a dime, but give him his guitar and he'd be happy all the time. And all the girls from 9 to 90 were snapping fingers, tapping toes, and begging him don't stop. They were hypnotized and fascinated by the little dark-haired boy who played the Tennessee flat top box that he would play. Then one day he was gone, and no one ever saw him round. He had vanished like the breeze, and they forgot him in the little town. And all the girls still dreamed about him, and they hung around the cabaret until the doors were locked. And then one day, on the hit parade, was a little dark-haired boy who played the Tennessee flat top box he did play. I found him by the railroad track this morning. Well, I could see that he was nearly dead. Well, I knelt down beside him and I listened just to hear the words the dying fella said. He said, they let me out of prison out in Frisco. For 10 long years I paid for what I'd done. Well, I was trying to get back to Louisiana to see my Rose and get to know my son. Well, give my love to Rose, please won't you, mister? Take her all my money, tell her to buy some pretty clothes. Tell my boy that daddy's so proud of him. And don't forget to give my love to Rose. Tell him I said thanks for waiting for me. And tell my boy to help his mom at home. Tell my Rose to try and find another, 'cause it ain't right that she should live alone. Mister, here's a bag with all my money. Well, it won't last them long the way it goes. God bless you for finding me this morning. And don't forget to give my love to Rose. Give my love to Rose, please won't you, mister? Take her all my money, tell her to buy some pretty clothes. Tell my boy that daddy's so proud of him. And don't forget to give my love to Rose. Yeah, tell my boy his daddy's so proud of him. And don't forget to give my love to